Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have some good news. Although even though it's good news, it's a little, well, not as good as could be. Let's put it that way. I'll show you. The Rollinia tree, the Brazilian custard apple, as some call it, has given us its first fruitlet for 2025. So and it's, let's see, wow, it's the middle of March, guys. That means we're only days away from the end of the summer season in well, both Australia, well, not, I wouldn't say Australia, but in Melbourne, because the tropics keep going right into May. Yeah, they have heat until May, but here in Melbourne, it's all over Red Rover at the end of March. So we're about 2 months. We lose about 2 months at the end of summer, and we lose about 2 months at the beginning of summer. So that's 4 months we lose of heat every year. That's why things are a little slower here. But in any case, we still get the goodies, guys. It's just a matter of being extra patient. So if you don't have patience, this is definitely not a hobby for you. And the reason I have patience, guys, is simple. It's because of the way I've prioritized my life, right? It's all about priorities. What's important to you and what isn't important. So some people like to buy new cars, some people like to go on holidays, others like to invest in property. Well, there's a million things you can do, right? My interest is in this, so that's why I've put my time and money into this, because this is my main interest, and that's why I'm getting results, right? But in the true tropics, like in Darwin or Cairns, you don't need to be so patient. You got a lot of time, free time to do other things, because things there move real quick. All right, so that was the introduction for people that are not from Australia, and people that are new to gardening, thinking about starting with sooks. I call these sooks because they're not as easy to deal with as, for example, pomegranate. Pomegranate's real easy, like a fig, right? If you can grow a fig tree, you can grow a pomegranate just as easily. Plant and forget. But sapodilla is not plant and forget where I am. It's plant and wait 10 years. Plant and wait 10 years, you heard right. The same with Rollinia. Plant and wait 10 years for fruit. I'm not talking about the fruitlet I'm going to show you. I'm talking about a fruit this big that you can eat. It's 10 years. It's a 10-year wait here in Melbourne. So just giving you a heads up. All right, let's see the fruitlet now. Oops. And that is if you get a fruit at all. First of all, you got to get over the hurdle of the tree surviving, because in the first 3 years, this tree is very sensitive to cold. Yeah, so you got to keep that in mind. You got to get past the first hurdle, and the second hurdle. There's many hurdles. The second hurdle is these fruitlets. They come and they don't do anything. Where is it? They're always hiding. They're not like right there, right in front of me. They're like somewhere in there, and I don't remember where. Okay, let me find it first, and then I'll show you where it is. Okay, I had to squat to see it. Oh, geez, that's why. Anyway, there it is. It's under all those leaves there. Let's see, and it's in the shade. So double whammy. Where are you? There he is. Is that him there? Yeah, it's a bit dark. I'll get really close. Hang on. Gee, Let me get some light on you, mate. Let me get some light on you, mate. There you are, hiding from us. Hiding from the whole world. That's him there. Yeah, Rollinia. The first one for the season. And he just came like a week ago, so I'm guessing around the first week of March. Right, March 1st to March 10. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in the first week of March. And when I had a look just now, when I was looking for him, I think I saw another one. The thing is, they come like this, and then they drop off. Hang on, let me show you what I mean. They come like, oh man, this is so small. Hang on. What the heck? Hang on. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on this little bugger. I can't even, I should have worn my glasses. Hang on. Yeah, see that? They come like that, and then they drop off after a week. Yeah, very small. So, and there's another one there that'll probably drop off. Hang on. That one there. Yeah. So, I get about 10 like that. By the way, no hand pollinating. Oh, I see another one up there too. No hand pollinating. This is self-pollinated. This one that we're seeing today. This one. I don't hand pollinate, guys. I learned that that's not how to do it. Now, if the climate was more favorable, everything's a little different. See, one's fallen from here already. See how that fell? That one in there, it fell off. And there's another one. There's another one of those little ones. Right? So they come, but they drop because they're not properly pollinated. What else? Oh, gee, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. So even though the cold isn't too far away, it's crazy. One week it's like 30 degrees, and the next week it's 19. Right? We go from hot to cold. Well, 19 is not cold, trust me, for most people in the world. But for fussy, spoiled Aussies, it's super cold. Can you believe it? 19's cold for them? Yeah, ask Brett in the UK if 19 Celsius is cold. He'll give you a good answer. There's another one here that's aborted. A lot of aborted, what do you call it? Fruitlets. So it looks like we're only going to get one again. The same happened this time last year. It was exactly the same time, March 2024 and March 2025. And the one from last year hung on here as a dried fruitlet until very recently, basically until Christmas. It was hanging on there for 9 months as a brown piece of toast. I think it fell recently in the last month or two. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think we only have one. There's potential ones coming, but I don't think they'll make it. They've only got a week or so left of warm weather. They don't usually pollinate too well when the temperatures at night drop to single digits, which is what we're going to be getting in April. April single digit night time, right? And then the fun's over for these tropical sensitive trees. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that one fruitlet. We'll just have to wait and see. And by the way, this Rollinia tree was in mostly shade all summer. Mostly shade. It wasn't like this. I wish it was like this, but then again, I wish it wasn't. It's a bit of a what's the saying? Something if I do and something if I don't. Can't remember the saying. But what I'm trying to say is that, okay, the bananas that I had here that I pulled out recently and chopped up, these bananas here, they were shading this Rollinia all summer and spring. Basically got very little direct sun. It was getting the heat though. The heat and the humidity and the rain. Well, rain, what a joke. That little bit of rain we had but it wasn't getting full sun. These guys need full sun, especially him. He's not getting any sun at all, the sapodilla. He must have full sun to do his thing, but that's the best I can do for him. And the reason is because, again, bananas. These bananas are in the way. There's the sun. See the sun? Yeah, so he's missing out on that direct sun. Sorry, we've got bananas here. And he was missing out on the sun too, because we had the bananas there in that banana clump. Right, the ones I pulled out when was it? At the end of February. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the bananas were protecting him from that 40-degree heat we were having in January and February, but at the same time he likes direct sun. Anyway, so I don't know if that would have made any difference, or if it would have made it worse. I'm guessing it would have been worse if he had 40 Celsius on him. Remember, 40 Celsius is 50 Celsius in direct sun. Look what happened to my abiu in a direct sun. Look, that's what happened to the abiu in direct sun. Right? He suffered until I finally protected him a little bit late with this loquat seedling. But the other abiu at the back is in much better shape. Look, back there. Much better shape. Because he's not getting any direct sun. He's fully shaded. He's getting dappled light though. And that's all they need when they're young like this. So he had dappled light too. Alright guys, that's the video. I'm going to do a follow-up around the end of April. In other words, about a month from now, late April, and see if that fruitlet grows from a pea to at least broad bean. Grows from 1 inch. What is he? Is he 1 inch? Let's see. It's not even 1 inch. Nah, barely 1 inch. Barely 1 inch. Hang on. Barely 1 inch. Let's see if you can get to 2 inches by the end of April. Yeah. All right. So there's a little bit of hope. So I'm not trying to deter you guys from trying. That's not what this is about. It's about showing you or demonstrating real life conditions before you try. This is what you're going to be up against. You're going to be up against a lot. This is not an apple tree, which is what you're used to here in Melbourne, or a lemon tree. Those trees are plant and forget. All you got to do is water them the first summer, and then you never touch them again until you have to manicure them. But this guy here is not like that. He's a sook. Even, oh, by the way, he's 5 years old. Can you believe it? He's 5 years old and he still needs to be pampered. Oh man, I'll show you his trunk. Look, that trunk is, where is he? That trunk is at least 3 inches wide. It's at least 3 inches, guys, at the base, and he still needs pampering like a little baby, like a little tree this small. That means I have to protect him in winter again for the 5th time. I have to put a frost cloth on him. Okay, give me a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, guys, and we'll see you from the next one. Oh man, there's a lot going on. By the way, Fruitopia never ends or never stops because of the microclimate, guys. The microclimate and the warm, temperate, mostly warm, temperate climate combined allows many of these subtropicals to stay alive in winter, and some of them, like the white sapote, this one here, to actually grow. They actually grow in winter when we have 0 degrees at night. Yeah, they actually grow. But this mango here, he's not going to grow at all in winter. He needs to be covered with a frost cloth as well, because it's his first winter coming up, right? Whereas this star fruit does not need to be covered up. Carambola does not need frost protection, guys. See, here's a subtropical. The mangoes are tropical, but you treat them in a different way. Star fruit doesn't need pampering. Mango does. I'm going to make a video someday just to compare all the tropicals for a cool climate garden, not for the tropical zones. Irrelevant. Oh, here's a new Rollinia that I planted. When did I plant this? Oh gee, I can't remember, guys. Around 9 months ago, either before winter or during winter or after winter 2024. And I didn't protect him from the hot sun. He needed a shade cloth, just like this sook here. This is the yellow japoticaba that I had to protect with a frost cloth because he's in full sun all day. Forget about it. No way can he survive. Yeah, so this should have had the same, but I didn't. Look what happened to the canistel over there. The one that didn't have a frost shade cloth. Look, that's what happens to sooky tropicals when you don't protect them from the hot sun in Melbourne. See, he's alive. The whole trunk is alive. It's all green. I've scratched it, but the head where the leaves are is kaput. Guys, it might be cold here for 6 months of the year, but during December, January, February, March, because we have no moisture, no humidity, no rain, they get toasted. Oh, look at that. The ones underneath stayed green. Oh, the upper, higher leaves protected the bottom leaves. How nice. But guys, forget about it. This should have been protected with a shade cloth, but I was too lazy. Pure and simple. Right? Now I'm digressing again. And there's the temperature in the shade. What does it say? 20... Oh, geez, I can't see, man. 28? I think it's 28 Celsius in the shade. Yeah. Yeah! And the reason why I'm lazy, guys, is because I have priorities in this garden. I don't expect to give every single plant 100% what it needs. I can't do that. I need to duplicate myself into 10 to achieve that. What's the temperature in the greenhouse? Oh, the same. 28 in here too. Yeah, it's gonna get to 30 today. All right, guys. Look how well the star apple's doing. After, when did I plant it? Was it November? I can't remember. I think I planted that in November. At the very beginning of, well, the end of spring, let's say, right? And it did nothing. It was up to here for 3 months. And then in February, boom, started growing. It started growing, guys. It started pushing out all these leaves. It's like boom, 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 like mushrooms. And it's like, what were you doing in December and January? Oh, man. And now in April, it's over. So, again, we miss out on those 2 hot months in spring and the 2 hot months in autumn. For these, I'm not talking about these, by the way. I'm not talking about loquat or bananas. I'm talking about this. They miss out on those 4 important months to keep growing. To keep growing. All right, guys. Over and out.